Gunnar Nelson versus Leon Edwards is the co-main event this weekend at UFC Fight Night London, and it's interesting, guys. You've got Gunnar Nelson in the prime of his career right now, 30 years young. Looking phenomenal against Alex Cowboy Oliveira. Took a beating in the first round in his last performance. Came back, got the finish, landed some brutal elbows on top and smashed in Cowboy's face. The other Cowboy, the Brazilian Cowboy, because, you know, they're just all copying each other nowadays. Then you've got Leon Edwards. He's on a 6-fight win streak at welterweight, rising through the ranks. He last beat Donald Cerrone, and he was looking for Darren Till in this fight, but they didn't want to do that. I guess they don't want the two UK sort of potential stars to cancel each other out, you know? They want to have a good market in the UK where they can have both Leon Edwards and Darren Till fighting simultaneously rather than fighting each other and one of them dipping off, which most likely would be Leon Edwards, let's be real. I think I'm going to go with Gunnar Nelson, guys. I really am. At first I thought this is anyone's fight. That's how I feel. Let's talk about my reasoning behind why it was anyone's fight. I thought Leon Edwards, who's he proven himself against other than Donald Cerrone? A lot of unranked guys, that's who. And it's kind of rough to give him the win, but he has won 5 in a row, and that's hard to do at any weight class, unranked or not. To not get caught on the chin, or not get put in a submission, or not get an awkward style that you can't beat over a 3-round fight against anyone at unranked for 5 fights. That's impressive, and you've got to give that to Leon Edwards. He's good. Donald Cerrone was his first test, and he took Donald Cerrone to the distance. And he went 3-2 rounds with Donald Cerrone, if I'm remembering correctly, in Fight Night Singapore. It was the main event. I have such a good memory with this thing. I don't even have internet right now. I can't even research. But he beat Donald Cerrone last 5-round war. And when you look at what the guys before him did to Donald Cerrone, and I know, hey, fight MMA math, it doesn't work like that. I know, but when it's the same style of Muay Thai striker, MMA math does work. You know? MMA math does work when it's the same style. You know what I'm saying? Like, Leon Edwards, Jorge Masvidal, Darren Till, very similar Muay Thai striking styles. So MMA math actually comes into this. I understand, hey, Damian Maia beat Wonderboy Thompson, but Jorge Masvidal lost to him. So Maia's going to beat Jorge, which actually ended up working in the long run. But that's not how you can do it, because they're completely different styles. MMA math is working this time. For me, in my head anyway. Darren Till. Let's go through the order. Jorge Masvidal. Whoops Cowboy Cerrone. It's competitive at first. At first, half of the first round, it's competitive. Then he knocks down Cerrone at the end of the first round. Kind of out cold. But the bell sounds. Donald Cerrone saved by the bell. There was that controversy there. Whether the fight should have been allowed to keep going. Then he comes out in the second round and just puts him out for the final bell. Donald's looking good at the start. He might be back with it. But then Jorge just puts him out in the second round. Good performance. Darren Till against Cowboy Cerrone murks Donald Cerrone. Leon Edwards, Donald Till comes in, no respect for Donald Cerrone. I'm on a different level to you. Completely dominates, start to finish. Donald Cerrone lands one body shot. Darren Till smokes him in the first round. Brutal. One of the most dominant underdog performances in recent UFC history, in my opinion, other than Kamaru Usman at UFC 235. Leon Edwards goes to a decision. Donald wins 2 rounds. Leon wins 3. It's back and forth. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a level. But let's talk about him versus Gunnar. I think Gunnar Nelson's going to beat him. Because Gunnar Nelson, let's talk about him. He comes into the UFC, puts 2 wins together. He loses to Rick Story. He's a bit early in his career. Then he puts some more wins together. I think he wins a few in a row. Then he loses to Damian Maia. He beats Brandon Thatch, loses to Damian Maia, goes to the decision. Oh well, you're a jiu-jitsu guy, your game is jiu-jitsu, and they give you fucking Damian Maia. Oh well, you lose, you know, no big deal. Since then, he's been looking real good. Loses to Santiago Ponzinibbio. He's lost to some guys, but there's always a reason for it. You know, like Santiago Ponzinibbio, he got fucking eye-poked beyond belief in that fight. I don't even think he saw the knockout blow coming. But nevertheless, Santiago Ponzinibbio put him out. I just think he's going to find a way to get Leon Edwards down to the floor. Even though Leon Edwards has good takedown defense. However, Usman was able to dominate Leon Edwards on the ground, take him down, show him a few things about wrestling. You know, like UK guys, we don't really know our shit until we get taught it in the cage. You know? Oh, this exists, wrestling. Okay, I'll start training that then. And then we come back. That's how the UK works. But I think Gunnar Nelson doesn't wrestle like Usman. Usman leans on you. He like goes for I'm a monster, man. I'm the champ. Like he'll lean on you. He'll pull you. He'll drag you. He'll go for a single. He'll lock his hands together, pull you against the fence. Gunnar Nelson's more either GSP style, but he goes into the fence. He's more explosive wrestler, whereas Usman's more smothery. You know, and I think that's what Gunnar's going to try and do. He's going to play on the feet for a bit. And he's going to look to come under a right hand of Leon Edwards and sneak in the double leg and go for the takedown. Leon Edwards jiu-jitsu. I know he says, I've never tapped in my life. He says that. He's never tapped in his life. That was a good Leon Edwards impression. I'm proud of that one, actually. I might take a moment. That was actually really good. He says that, but you never tapped in your life. You never fought Gunnar Nelson. You never fought a high-level jiu-jitsu player in their prime. You know, it's easy to say you never tapped in your life when you haven't fought Damian Maia, you know. But I'm sure Lyman Good was saying, I've never tapped in my life. I'm not going to tap to Damian Maia, you know. Like, calm down. And also the mindset of Leon Edwards is where I'm really finalising this idea that he's going to lose. He could win in the first round, but I think Gunnar Nelson's going to get him submitted. The mindset of Leon Edwards is, I don't want fucking Gunnar Nelson. I want Darren Till. Wah, wah, wah. Fucking I wanted Darren Till this whole time. Gunnar Nelson, fucking replacement. B, substitute, you know. Fuck him. I don't care about Gunnar Nelson. Good fight, whatever. Yeah, I'll take Gunnar Nelson, I guess. I want Darren Till. Fuck all this shit. Like, that's his mindset right now. He's non-stop. All he's spoken about is the winner of Till versus Masvidal. He's looking ahead of Gunnar Nelson. And I know that some people, you can't take what they say too seriously because they don't say it all. But he's saying it all the time. Every interview. It's not even about Gunnar Nelson. I mean, it's literally every interview is about why fight negotiations with him and Till fell through. Or why he didn't get the shot at someone else higher ranked. Oh, this guy's ducking me. And all this like stuff that he's saying. Like, you've got Gunnar fucking Nelson in front of you. Shut your fucking mouth. And go and practice your jiu-jitsu non-stop. Or you're going to get fucking tapped out. I don't know why I said fucking like that. And Darren Till said that to him. They had a little press conference in London. And Darren Till said it to him. He turned to him. Look, listen mate, I'm not scared about you. I'm not worried about you. You need to be worried about Gunnar because he's going to fucking tap you out. That's what he said. I would do impression, but I can't be asked. You need to worry about Gunnar because he's going to fucking tap you out. You know, that's what he said to him, to Leon Edwards. And that was a true statement. Listen, worry about the guy in front of you right now because he's a savage. And I think Gunnar, he comes in, he's not looking ahead of Leon Edwards. He's got a challenge that he wants. Leon Edwards is ahead of him on the rankings. This is what he wanted. And I think Gunnar's going to get it done by rear naked choke in the second round. We'll see. Leon can win though. But I think Leon's chance comes in a first round knockout. Gunnar has more ways of winning. That's how I feel. Like and subscribe. We're going to see how good Leon Edwards' takedown defense really is. We going to find out! Like and subscribe as well. And did I mention that? I don't know. What are you still doing? Fucking subscribe! Sick of asking.